Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to cover chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken, for week 8 and 9. But I will split it into two. So look at on the physical arrangement of the library material for this week. Chapter 4. All right, so previously we have been talking about the arrangement the process of organizing the materials in the different environment, different information agencies, which is library, museum and archive. The process of cataloging them, what are the tools that being used. All right, so for this week we are going to look at on the physical arrangement of materials in library and other information center. So do you ever wonder how do they arrange this all book? Okay, so if without system, so how they are going to manage all the books? Is it just place everything to the shelf and then just leave it behind, or you should think about what are the standard? Okay, what are the way of um physically arrange that kind of materials. All right, if everything is online, it's not a big deal, but when it's come to the physical part, so this will create a problems for you guys if you don't manage accordingly. Okay, so it started with collection maintenance, ended by shelving. So in this topic, all right, we are looking on the arrangement of library materials according to their needs, and also the collection maintenance. All right, include processing, storage, and also shelving. So as an introduction, in order to provide an efficient service to user, library need to maintain and preserve their collection. Alright, so library staff keep library materials in usable condition and follow certain storage and shelving practice so that materials stay that way. So collection maintenance involve the following tasks, which is processing, storage, and shelving, and also care of the collection and stock taking and shelf reading. So look at one by one. So this is the process of organization of information, okay, processing, storage, and shelving. So for processing, the physical preparation of library material for inclusion in the collection, which may include covering or strengthening them or protecting them by placement in box or folder. It depends. Alright, so they process, either they put the book inside the box. Alright, so there are a few box we come to the acquisition department. So from there they unbox the books itself and then start to process. All right, and then storage, different materials require different storage methods. So the materials in a library vary greatly in kind, size, and also shape. For example, atlas, maps, books, pamphlet, film, and so on. For instance, for the maps, all right, so might be the maps come, the physical of the map itself come to the library in form of or in the folder of the maps itself. Alright, so diorang gulungkan maps tu, masukkan dalam dia punya bekas dia sendiri. Alright, so not everything in the form of like books. So books normally will come in the box. Okay, and then shelving, placing new materials on the shelf or replacing them after use. Okay, after process, storage, and shelving, okay, we should have a care of the collection by providing the correct environment for the materials, correct environment, checking their physical condition, and repairing the damaged material, especially for the oldest book. All right, let's say that encyclopedia. Okay, library do have a collection of encyclopedia, might be in 24 books in for that collection. So they should manage this kind of encyclopedia because it's cost quite a lots of money to buy it. So that is quite orang kata apa, benda berharga lah, that you should preserve this kind of collection. Okay, stock taking and shelf reading, which is checking the order of materials on shelf. All right, shelf reading, let's say you browse through all the shelf, okay, by reading their call number. So you have to make sure that the arrangement of the call number itself based on number, okay, being shelved accordingly lah. Alright, so that's why kalau you cari buku, if you want to find the book, let's say you go to one shelf Z, for example, for information management students, you go to for the shelf Z, you want to find the book itself. So but that books is not located on that shelf, for example, or on that space, okay, that it should be. So how you should read 5 books after and before that location to find the materials. Okay, sometimes they misplace the books. Okay, so collection maintenance is important because the library material are often expensive or impossible to replace. Definitely might be is not reproduced again, so that is the only collection that we have. So quite a tough decision if you want to just lag it behind. So next time when user want to find that kind of material, so you having a difficulty to provide it, right? So materials should be kept in good order and condition to make sure that they are accessible and ready to use. Okay, so users are more likely to use materials which are in good condition and to avoid shabby or damaged materials. Okay, this is what why we should maintain that kind of collection that we already brought before this. Okay, there is processing. So all material must be catalogued and classified before they are added in the library collection and must be processed to make them ready for use. Okay, this is why the process of cataloging happens. Okay, because we want to make sure that when we buy it, we know where to find it. Okay, because kita pun, to be honest lah kan, tak cakap you lah, saya pun sometimes bila kita beli benda baru, okay, we tend to replace it everywhere, ikut suka kita nak letak kat mana-mana pun kan. So bila nak cari balik, you tak perasan. Sebab tu kadang-kadang bila you kemas bilik you macam, oh aku ada benda ni, kita dah pernah beli tapi kita lupa. So not everything inside our head can hold the information, too much information, especially benda-benda yang kita rasa remeh because of benda tu kita beli. So kalau kita tak nak guna lagi, so we just left it behind kan. Okay, and then processing is usually divided into 3 stages: material receipt, cataloging, and also end processing. So stage 1, material receipt. Okay, there are processing tasks which are done when the material is first received. Item is first received before it is catalogued and classified. These tasks include checking, ownership mark, and also accessioning, which is checking when an item is received. It must be carefully checked to make sure if the item requested and is in good physical order. For example, a book has all its pages. There is no blank pages or missing pages should be when you ordering that book, alright, from the supplier. And then ownership mark are used to show that the item is property of the library. Alright, so if you realize, right, normally library will chop the book at the inside the book, alright, and also normally orang kata apa, randomly chop. Okay, adalah piece-piece yang dia pilih untuk dia chop sebab dia macam nak cakap dia bukan chop satu je tau. Let's say lah you pergi pinjam buku, katalah you ada not you do have a bad intention lah untuk material tu, maksudnya you nak hold buku tu untuk you. So apa you buat, you contohlah you koyak bahagian yang you jumpa kan, yang dia chop kan, you koyakkan dia, dan you koyakkan resip dia dan sebagainya kan, supaya you nak buang lah identity of the book itself kan. You nak buang identity dia, kata dia tu adalah hak milik library. You boleh mimpi je lah sebenarnya kan, sebab because our staff know, okay, staff kita tahu macam mana nak identify bahan tersebut adalah hak milik library. So jangan buat lah, alright, don't do that. And then accessioning, so each item is given a unique identifying number called an accession number. This is usually a running number, alright. So accession number. Barcodes are now commonly used as accession number. Senang. So barcode ni bila you beli buku, dia dah memang ada dah siap-siap kat belakang kan. So kita just ambil nombor dia. Sebab nombor untuk barcode pun memang memang pun differ from one to another. So that is a unique number. Okay, so senang kita nak trace. Sorry. Stage 2 is catalog or cataloging. Alright. Process involve descriptive cataloging, subject cataloging, and classification. This one you have been done for your individual assignment. Okay. And the third one is end processing. The tasks which are completed after the item has been catalogued and classified, okay, include call number, circulation stationery, covering, stationery tip, strips, okay, special symbols, and also final check. Alright. So call number is assigned to each number when it is cataloged, right? So the call number, which is usually made up of classification number and a book number or letter, determines the item's collection location and on shelf. It may also include the location, example, a branch or special collection, and a copy number, example, copy 2. Alright, let's say that's book, because we do have a policy, certain library just follow the policy that one collection should be 5 copies. So copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, copy 4, and copy 5 lah. Alright. So for book, the call number may be written on the verso page or on the last page, and a spine label with the call number is attached to the cover. That is call number. Right. And then circulation stationery. If used, this usually consists of a due date slip and book card and pocket for manual loan system. Alright, so circulation stationery may be attached to the first or last page of the item so that a flat surface is available for the stamping due date. Okay, kalau dulu dia ada satu kertas yang dia akan chop date dekat situ kan. Macam sekarang pun is not a practical one lah, sebab you semua dalam sistem, so dia akan pre-research, so dia ada tarikh siap-siap dah, so tak ada lagi chop-chop tu. Okay. And then magnetic security labels or strip, okay, tata tape, may be inserted as part of the library's security system to be desensitized at the time of borrowing and resensitized on their return. Maksudnya masa buku tu berada di dalam library, dia memang ada dia punya security punya, orang kata apa, dia cakap resensitize ni dia letakkan dalam buku tu, strip tu, okay, dia letakkan magnetic strip tu supaya bila you bawa keluar daripada library, dia akan berbunyi satu. Biasanya dia akan lower down dia punya frequency, so that bila you bawa keluar pun yang gate tu dah tak dapat detect dah. So bila tak dapat detect, is okay lah, okay, you lepas lah, you boleh bawa keluar lah. Tapi kalau kata dia tak lower down that kind of frequency tu, dia akan berbunyi lah. Sebab tu you tengok kadang-kadang bila you lalu gate, dia akan cepat, dia akan bunyi bising lah. Okay. And then covering, a place, jacket or adhesive cover is written on a book and protects against soiling. And also, except the adhesive covering, the cover used should be attached in such a way that can be removed or recovering in future. Itulah. Okay. And straightening strip, vinyl tape or adhesive covering strip may be used to straighten with book hitch, and also corners may also be straightened in this way. Okay, dia punya kulit buku tu kan, belakang dia tu. And then special symbols, okay, which is location. Some items are attached to the branch libraries or special collections and need special identification. So often color codes are used to indicate different location with the call number. Dia dapat call number, cuma dia tag satu lagi dengan color, sticker color lah, okay, supaya kita tahu, okay, koleksi ni adalah koleksi terbuka, so you boleh pinjam contohnya. Tapi sekarang ada library yang macam mana saya cakap, dia dah buang dah konsep close punya ni tau. Dia dah buang, contohnya macam encyclopedia you tak boleh pinjam kan. Ada certain library sekarang dia dah bagi pinjam because they want to fully utilize the material. Sebab kalau tak boleh pinjam, biasanya dia akan terperam je kat situ. Ada. Alright, so jangan terkejut lah, teori dia macam ni, practicality dia macam ni. Saya ada pergilah few library yang mengamalkan prinsip why you must left there. Okay? Kenapa nak biar je duduk situ? Why don't kita bagi je user pinjam? Ada, bukan tak ada. Alright, so it's about the trust to the user itself lah. You nak percaya ataupun tidak user tersebut boleh jaga buku you dengan baik lah. Okay. Type of material, location symbols are also used for various categories of materials such as serials and audiovisual items. And also loan information is a symbol may be used to indicate loan information. Example, red dot indicate that an item cannot be borrowed. Macam saya cakap tadi lah, tak boleh pinjam. Tapi ada lagi yang sekarang ni dia dah open access kepada semua collection, walaupun koleksi tu mahal. I don't know why. Alright, tak sempat nak sembang lebih kan. And then final check, the item must be checked to make sure all the stages have been completed before being shelved ready for use and borrowing. So you have to do a final check lah. Itu benda. It's just a process, normal process that should be done. Right. So storage of library materials, the basic aim of a library is to provide information for its user. To do this, it must obtain, organize, make it available and preserve the printed and non-printed materials in library in order to meet the user's need. Okay, so library collect a range of collection or a range of material which vary in kind, size and also shape. It needed a special storage. Sometimes the materials come in the oversized book, for example. So practicality they put it should put it under the same shelf, but certain part dia macam mana nak cakap, bila benda tu besar sangat, okay, the process you nak tarik buku tu kadang-kadang takut jatuh atas you kan, so they have to think about it. Benda-benda yang koleksi special, yang special collection ni macam mana dia orang nak letakkan dia, kalau buku tu datang daripada ni berbagai jenis macam mana. Ada sesetengah library dia put under special shelf lah, dia panggil apa, oversized book shelf. Okay, so dekat situ je koleksi-koleksi yang ada buku-buku yang tebal-tebal, yang panjang-panjang, yang apa, dia punya size dia luar biasa lah kita panggil. Okay, oversized book lah. And then choosing the correct form of storage for each format is important to ensure that all material items remain in a good condition. Okay, so I think I should better stop now. So kita continue dengan video seterusnya lah. Okay, bye.